Okay, guys, we continue with this course, Advanced Psychobiology Final course. So we are now going to go deep into what this course is all about, the biochemical explanation to psychological disorders, not the genetic, not the neurological explanation like brain abnormalities, not the hormonal imbalances or neuroplasticity, chemicals. As we have reviewed these chemicals here, that is the neurochemicals, right? Neurotransmitters. We are now interested in what and which of them are responsible for a particular disorder. And like I said, for this course, we are going to be you will be reviewing your classes, depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. Now, for depression, remember in your exam, you wouldn't just start giving us just the biochemical explanation. What is depression? It is a disorder of affect. As we have it in one of our videos here, we have classified it very well. So it's a disorder of affect that refers to a situation of alteration in moods, right? You see a situation of some of the vegetative symptoms. So individual with depression or major depressive disorder manifest symptoms, we call the vegetative symptoms, such as loss of appetite or gain of appetite, right? Increased appetite, or that is what we call overeating, undereating, that is hyperphagia, right? Insomnia, that is hypersomnia, oversleeping or undersleeping, feeling of loss of energy or retardation or fatigue, right? Then other psychological symptoms include suicidal ideation with maybe without any plan to do that, but sometimes you see people that have thought of it and even have a scheduled plan to do that, or even attempted, right? You see other stuff like feeling of hopelessness, excessive and inappropriate feeling of guilt. I mean, not excessive feeling of guilt, worthlessness, or inappropriate guilt, right? All those, okay, we're talking about sleep disturbance, we talked about suicidal ideation. These are anhedonia. Yes, they lose interest in things they previously enjoyed. Yes, they don't want to go watch those matches, they don't want to play those games with you, they don't want to watch those favorite TV shows again with you. Social alienations, they want to be lonely, they are overly sad most of the day, nearly every day, as recommended or diagnosed around that 2 weeks, right? Okay, so having said that, and having given us a brief highlight to depression, to what depression is all about, right? We now want to know, we are not interested in what demonological theory said or psychodynamic. We're interested in not even all about biological, but the biochemical explanation. In this, we talk about the catecholamine, or we say the catecholamine hypothesis. We talk about the neurotransmitters involved. And please, in reviewing the neurotransmitter involved, tell us what happens. Is it when the neurotransmitter is high that depression occurs, for example, or is it when it's low? Please. And once you are done, you also want to highlight, we would like to highlight the receptor subtypes for these neurotransmitters we mentioned. Because watch something now, right? If you didn't eat, it could be that you couldn't eat, or maybe you don't have let's say because you couldn't eat or you don't have appetite. I don't know how I'm going to explain that word, right? There are two things that happens here. Either the food was not available, or it was available, you couldn't eat. This is what you always see in some of these. Second semester will take care of this better, but for this course, know the neurotransmitter. And the two neurotransmitters majorly involved in major depressive disorder, also known as depression, is norepinephrine and serotonin. Norepinephrine Research has shown that when the norepinephrine in the brain is low, it leads to depression. And again, when norepinephrine is low, it leads to depression. I'm coming. 2, if serotonin is low, it also leads to low of norepinephrine, leading to depression. Now watch something. Like I said, norepinephrine is not available. It's either it's not available or it's available, but there is no way or appetite to take it. Now that's why research has gone up, the practice has gotten to the next level. We are no longer interested in checking the availability of these neurotransmitters. We're also interested in what happens even if it is available, and yet, even if it is released in those gaps, but yet it's not available in the brain. It could be at the receptor site. So you understand that some of the drugs that has been used to treat some of these disorders do not only target to produce these chemicals, neurochemicals, but also to facilitate these activities in the receptor site. So you understand that this catecholamine hypothesis says that the depression, that low level of norepinephrine and under activity of the norepinephrine receptor subtype is or leads to depression. Do you see that? So imagine when the thing has been poured in the gap, but the receptor subtypes at the dendrite are just downregulated. They are not interested to drink it. That is what we call downregulation. And when it happens, they are weak. They are inhibited. Right? So what happens in that situation? The person will still be depressed because in the brain it will be low because there is no enough norepinephrine. Reason, perhaps, if it's not because it's not available norepinephrine, it could be that it was available but the takers couldn't take it, and other reasons which you will discuss next semester in psychopharmacology. So this is catecholamine hypothesis and biochemical explanation to depression, that low level of serotonin and epinephrine lead to lead to depression. Yes, when they are low, it leads to that. Yes, so, and you remember the receptor subtype we talked about in here. We talked about, and that is in the previous video, under epinephrine we talked about alpha 1, that is alpha 1A, 1B, 1D, then alpha 2, 2A, 2B, 2C. Then we talked about beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. These are the receptor subtypes of epinephrine. For serotonin, 5-hydroxytryptamine, we talked about 5-HT1, 5-HT1A, 1B, 1C to 11, then 5-HT2, 5-HT3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5-HT to that 7. Yes. So these are the biochemical explanation to depression as we have it and as we will be needing to know in respect to this. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe, please, and see you in the next video. Anyways.